This drama begins when our cute heroine has gone to take an interview for an internship. This hotel is #1 in its grandeur, and Chin San-rang wants to give an interview by testing her luck. Unluckily, when she is called for her interview, her heel has broken. But she has entered the room by imagining shoes heels, and a charming smile makes her more adorable. There is a drawback for her because her graduation still needs to be completed, and the people who are required here must be graduated. Despite this, she is here for an interview and asked to play the piano through his imagination. She is talented enough to perform it well, but the sound she is uttering is unlike the piano. After that, she moves to her friends Pyong and Kang. Pyong is obsessed with the clubs, so she gives her idea for the club after listening to her interview story. Chin doesn't want to go there, but she has been dragged. Enjoying the party with zeal and zest, they sleep like lay girls when Chin gets a call from King's hotel. She is selected as an intern, and her friends are jumping with happiness. On the other hand, our hero Gu-won dives from the sky because he needs to reach the right time for his internship. He landed safely in the wrong building, which was informed by his subordinates. When one senior is updating the rules for being a senior, he is impressed with the expensive clothes and accessories he is wearing. Senior is pissed off by watching his attitude, which resembles the landlord. Another intern, No Sang-rik, made him understand that this behavior is not suitable for his job. But he has no concern and gives him a shock. He has arrived here with his plan. Meanwhile, he is called by the seniors to print the document. One again, with his attitude, moves to accomplish the assignment. But he has never used it, so he doesn't know how to make it work. Sang arrives and helps him, but the machine has a disorder, and Senior also arrives here and tells Sang to shake the tool. According to the senior's words, he does the same. But it has made it explode, and the black color expands everywhere. Now, the manager arrives and admonishes Sang for doing this because they can buy another one. One turns his scold to himself by revealing Senior as the true culprit. Despite showing anger toward the senior, he fires one and asks him to weed out the dirt. To complete this task, one calls Director Choi to send the cleaners, and manager's mouth widens. He inquires about this handsome man's name. When he reveals this, the manager is about to die in shock because he is the chairman's only son. Hearing this, he pleads for one to stay here because they have strict instructions. But he has no mood and moves from here, and manager has started admonishing Sang. Watching their attitude, he turns back and hires Sang at his service. At night, he is scolded by his father for creating a mess in the office. In resentment, he leaves the house, and his older sister Hua Ran asks him to leave. Because everything belongs to her, one goes to King Hotel for a peaceful night there. She is cunning enough to tell his father that one has gone without telling her anything. Apart from this, Chin arrives at the hotel for her first day, where she is told about the importance of a smile. They need to keep a smile on their face every time. After that, Kim Soo-mai has given her in the hands of the gym girl. She discloses that she is living here only for a month, which will not be long-lasting, and give her the duty of wiping out the sweat on the machines of the guest. Chin's constant smile irritates her because she has been here for many years and is tired of the fake smiles. On the other hand, her friends had to face the same torture as the seniors. Here, Kang has to share a room with her seniors, who is not permitting her to use her mobile and stay long in the washroom. And Pyong Hua is compelled to have dinner for her sinner, who is picky about the dinner. When she brings food after a great struggle, her senior has already moved outside. Meanwhile, one has bought 2 shirts with the printed tiger because he doesn't like anyone to wear the same that he puts on, and asks Sang to prepare a passport because they are going UK. In the gym, a pervert is shouting while exercising and wearing the same tiger shirt. Also, he gives gym girl a letter to convert Chin, and she feels disgusted for Chin. Reading the latter, she is pissed because this pervert wants to spend the night with her. In agony, she arrives at one, who is wearing the tiger print and has a treadmill. Wearing hands-free, he cannot hear her, and Chin increases the speed, making him fall to the ground. She scolds him and warns him not to do this ever and escape. One continuously calls her, but she doesn't bother to turn around. At the same time, Hua Ran arrives and asks him to go from here because she doesn't want to see him in her hotel. One tells her not to mess with him, otherwise, he will turn the game around and moves forward. While surveying the gym, she notices Chin, whose smile always captivates her. She inquires questions, gives accurate answers, and shows her command of English. Hua Ran is impressed and promotes her into lobby. Gym girl is astonished that how can she promote a girl who is on the intern only for 1 month. But Hua Ran has planned to stay with her for a year because of her beautiful smile. Also, Kim Soo-mai is jealous of her, but she proves herself eligible by showing her competency in many languages, and she can only see her with an open mouth. Won has gone to the UK, and Chin has been engrossed in her job. At night, Chin is celebrating her 1 year with her friends and enjoys being in the club. Time passes, and Chin has gotten the title for Best Intern. On the other hand, Won started his business in UK without compromising on the clothes, and Chin has indulged in relationships when a boy has purposed her. Also, Won has gotten his degree, and Chin has become a full-time employee. One day, when Won arrives at his antique palace, his butler hand over him a parcel. This is a record of Han Miso that compelled him to go to Korea, where he has sworn never returned. He tells Sang to go with him, and Sang is also ready to go without considering his family who is coming here. In the King's Hotel, Chin is giving a lecture to internees about the importance of the smile. Kim arrives and tells her about the blunder because a guest wants to meet with her. This guest is pleased to meet with Chin because she has made her morning special by playing her music. With joy, she hugs her. In his house, Won is enjoying dinner with his family, where his father shares a wish to manage his business. Hua Ran is unsatisfied with this decision and asks his father to leave him alone because he wants to concentrate on his studies. His father is not ready to give him space because 7 years are enough to stay away from his family. And Hua Won is happy to deal with the hotel's matter happily, which has upset Hua Ran. Here Won mentions his mother and ruins the atmosphere. While returning to the hotel, Sang accompanies him and cheers up his mood like his buddy. Chin is with her friends, her stomach is upset, and they are drinking. Pyong Hua's daughter arrives and fights her mother for drinking and spoiling her image here. They miss the days when they hang out and enjoy the party. Just then, lights go off and the club's emotions emerge. So, they have started playing like children. On the first day at his hotel, Won forgets his phone and Sang moves to have it. Soon, he realized that the documents were also missing. To give him documents, Kim is asked to discover who has an upset stomach. She apologized for this task because she wanted to use the restroom. Without hearing her, Kim compelled him to deliver the documents. When she reaches her room of Won, then she runs to restroom where the walls can be transparent with the remote. She is impressed and starts playing. When Won arrives, they are shocked. Won turns around and Chin turns the walls white. She is feeling so embarrassed and not unlocking the door. And Won wants his phone that is in the hand of Chin. She has no option, so she opens the door and apologizes for this. By seeing her face, Won recognized her. She was the same game insulting him in the gym. But Chin is unable to recognize her and starts escaping from him. Won, who is humiliated, captures her and explains the previous incident. Still, Chin considers him a pervert and apologizes for today's incident. However, she is not ready to apologize at the gym. By watching her stubborn behavior, he asks her not to make him see her face ever again. She smiles, which pisses him off, and he gets inside the lift because he is the guest there. Here, he moves to his sister, who is giving him a tough time by demanding the resume for a head manager. On the other hand, Sang asks for dinner to Kim, and she is desperately waiting for this, so she approves. Afterward, Won appears at the inaugural ceremony, and Chin has to give her a flower. Watching Won as a head manager, her mouth widens, and she tries to hide her face with the help of a flower. While speaking, Won looked at people's faces and jumped at his past, where everyone smiled looking at him. It makes him pissed, and the same feeling he is facing right now. He mustered up the courage and gave a short speech that they would spend quality time together. After this, Chin is called to deliver the flower. Hiding the face, she presents a flower, but he recognizes her, and with a fake smile, she welcomes him. When the inaugural ceremony ended, Sang and Chin were in his office. Sang was informed about the promo video that he must shoot with Chin, a talent star. Informing him, Sang moves forward, and Chin's class starts. Here, Won explains that he can't only excuse her for wearing the tiger shirt, because he is not the pervert who has composed the ladder for her. Knowing her fault, she apologizes to him, and Won asks her not to smile in front of him. He would kick her out if she dared to do this. Aside from this, Pyong Hua is an air hostess who saves her fellow who has thrown the passenger's coat. He is wrathful, so Pyong Hua clams him down and takes responsibility by watching the coat at the exact time. In the expedition, a guy helps her. On the other hand, Sang sits in front of Kim, who humiliates him because she wants to have dinner with the head manager, not him. Hearing this, he invites Chin to the royal dinner with Mr. Gu. Kim has an objection because she should be here instead of Chin. Ignoring her, Sang takes her to dinner where expensive meals are served. They are celebrating the joining of Won, and she makes a blunder by raising her voice. But Charmin asks her to give a speech because she is a talented star. She gives an adorable speech and wins the fish tuna that is too much expensive. Also, Won shares his words in which he mentions that he will vanish the fake smiles from the King Hotel. When everyone is busy, he calms down his sister and says he has no intention of holding on to the business. He is only here for some reason when his task will accomplish, and then he will escape. That's why she doesn't need to be scared of him. Also, Chin is uncomfortable, so she leaves here by taking the tuna gift. While returning home, she calls her grandmother for the tuna but is busy dealing with her customer, so she hangs up the call. After this, she calls her boyfriend, who is spending time with her friends and does not bother to eat with her. Even he has forgotten that they are going to meet tomorrow. She is irritated that he is not giving her importance. Disconnect the phone. She is about to leave the bus when the box opens, and Tuna's head has fallen. Watching this, a mess has been created in the bus and everyone is shouting. Also, Chin is still preparing to keep the tuna in the box with her hand. When she arrives home, Chin is not daring enough to slice up the tuna. At the same time, Oh Pyong arrives, who loves tuna, so she cuts this, and Kang Pyong enjoys tuna melting in her mouth. But Chin, who is not interested in tuna, prefers noodles, and she blasts the bomb on their heads that its worth is 700 million. Listening to this, Pyong asks her to spit because she plans to sell it out. It's too expensive. But Chin makes her remember that they have no relation to the aristocrat who can purchase from them. So, they haven't any choice except to enjoy this dish. In the hotel, his sister warns her not to create trouble in their life by coming home. This statement hurts him, and he returns to the hotel to stay. Also, Chin is engraved in the thoughts of her happiness with her mother, and Won is pissed and doing cardio in the gym's hotel. The following morning, Pyong gets promoted and is determined not to give tough time to her juniors, and Kang becomes talented enough to deal with the customers. She has compelled the customer to purchase the glasses, which reveals how talented she is. Aside from this, Chin is handling a rude guest who continuously persists in upgrading the suit. This is against the rules, so she is not allowed. Listening to the argument between them, Won arrives, and when he gets to know this lady is not ready to pay for the suit, he tells her to kick her out. She is pissed but controls her anger because it can ruin her image. In addition, she is again arguing with her for a suit, and Chin apologizes. Watching this, Won asks Kim to deal with the guest and tells Chin to meet with him in his office. When she arrives, she updates him about uttering the word apologize because they don't want to turn on their angry mood. One consider all these rules ridiculous, but seniors make these rules. She has no option except to act upon it. While watching the question, he asks her not to inquire about his favorite color and weather. She is shocked because she doesn't know about the promo video. She will take this interview on the CNBC channel. Watching her shocked expression, Won calls Sang, who doesn't bother to explain to the staff. They are ordered to do so because they don't need to inquire about their willingness. Due to Won's order, he is explaining Chin. Listening to everything, she takes leave from them. At night, Chin has to climb so many stairs, and her heel is injured watching the pleasant view. Her boyfriend, Gong Yu-nam, has brought her here. When she is looking at the eye-catching view, Gong gets a call from his friend for a reunion. Chin is irritated because they recently arrived here, and now he is asking her to move there. She is uncomfortable with the stranger but accepts this only for him. While reaching there, his friends are not giving her importance, and Gong is involved in his friends. So, Chin has decided to return home without him. However, they meet up at the airport where they are moving for the promo video. When Won looks at her, then, he is mesmerized by her beauty for a sec. Even his luggage has hurt one of the men, and he is in fury. To calm him down, Won has given him a huge amount, and this angry man treats Won as his master. When they reach Las Vegas then, a sports car is waiting for Won. She is very impressed because this car is her favorite. Unfortunately, Won doesn't allow her to sit in his car, and they have to reach the hotel by taxi. When they reach the hotel, they looked at the mesmerizing view. Here, Won is asked to give his best by the chairman. Also, his sister informs someone that they have arrived for the film. Aside from this, when she is prepared, she glances at the script where the script has changed. She looks at Won, who is looking strikingly handsome. Like this video and let me know in the comments if you are excited for part 2.